work to right the wrongs. So I cannot allow me not to say nothing. You don't even know who these people are. You not invited. You cornballs sit back talking about who's invited to the barbecue. Ain't none of y'all invited to the function. And if you don't know the difference between a function and a barbecue, go ask that cousin that you don't never call no more and let them tell you what it is. Shout out to the Twitter family. Don't send no requests. This ain't no discussion. And I say that respectfully in love, but this ain't no discussion. I'm getting ready to tell you and spill the beans on how this shit go behind the scenes. And unless you're going to chime in and say what you did working on the presidential campaign and communications, you don't get to have an opinion on this one, because I cannot have misinformed opinions. That's the problem. We got too many misinformed opinions on these spaces. And it's time to take us to high places. And in order to do that, you need to be able to know what's really going on behind the scenes. I'm not talking about guessing what's going on. I'm getting ready to tell you what actually goes on. Now, I need you guys to know that when an artist, for those of you that said, you know, I blame Trina for this and I blame Santana for this, I need you to get this, that I'm not making excuses for them. I'm just about to tell you how it happens behind the scenes. This is not up for debate. This is literally, I'm telling you how it happens. And you don't believe me, again, go to the pinned tweet and go look it up yourself. This is not suspicion. This is not me guessing. I'm telling you how it happens behind the scenes. Now, you can hold Trina accountable and Santana accountable. That's usually how they want it to be anyway, to put us out in front, to take all the heat while they get to hide behind the scenes. Most people that run anything that has to do with communications are either white folks or black people that are trying to impress white folks. These are facts. These are facts. Most of your direct-to communications are white folks or black folks that are trying to impress white folks. These are facts. And when these campaigns are put together, before they ever even reach out to the celebrity, there are meetings that are held that says, what can we do to engage voters? What can we do to get people, how can we get their attention? And somebody raises their hand and says, I know, it would be a good idea if we do a rap campaign to get people to vote. And again, I have no problem with rap campaigns to get people to vote. I did it myself as a candidate in 2011. Not only did I have people rap for me, but I rapped with them. Had a whole, I won't say an album, but about 4 or 5 tracks that we put out. I don't have no problem with rapping and meeting people where they are and all of that. I remixed Hustle Hard with Rick Ross, and we played it in the club. Shout out to DJ Disco, who played my track in the club. People didn't even know they was dancing to something that was about voting. So I have no problem with that. It's much bigger than that. What I'm saying is, this intentional campaign that's talking about gerrymandering your coochie, this particular campaign that's talking about how can we figure out a way to get into the psyche of black men. See, I'm about to talk about it. I know y'all don't want to talk about it, but I'm about to talk about it. Shout out to all the big influencers that know damn well you saw this ad and pretended like you didn't. Oh, I see you. I can't wait till you come around in 2024. I know damn well you saw this ad, and I know you pretended like you didn't see it. So let me go ahead and loop it all together so y'all can know how it really goes down. There's always somebody in the room and say, well, how can we do it? What would be the best way? Oh, okay, let's do a rap ad. And even if the artist comes up with the material, Even if they write it, somebody has to approve it. Can somebody on Instagram hashtag approved? Somebody has to approve it. It does not just go out. Somebody got to hit the button. And before the button is hit, somebody got to say, do you approve of this? So I get it when we all vote. I know you're mad that I said you were connected to this. I know y'all was tweeting it on the back channel. Hey, somebody let Tezlyn know that we didn't have nothing to do with this. Well, see, the thing about a partnership is a partnership means what? Kind of like a couple. We're married. We're hand in hand. So if your credit score is bad, then that means my credit score is bad. So because you have partnered with Black App, don't try to duck the wreck. You got to get what comes with it on the negative and the positive. Now, if Black App said, hey, we were able to increase voter registration when we all vote, would damn well be taking credit for that. So guess what? When we all vote, you also got to take credit for the negative. If you go and look at the ad and you look at the end of the ad, I want you to see how it's a hashtag at the end where it says black vote, and I don't have it in front of me, but it's a hashtag that has black at the end that redirects people back to their website. Let me tell you what that is for those that are not in communications. When we partner with other organizations, we set up what's called a source code. And the source code shows us where that information came from. So if I said, hey, I want you to put this out and I want you to help me promote my next training, I'm going to give you a source code though, because I want to know how many people actually came from you. See, stop playing games with me, y'all. I don't know why my sis even tried it yesterday, because sis, you know, I'm not going to say her name because I don't want her to think I'm calling her out. Sis, you know I know how this works. So I don't even know why you tried it. I don't know if the people talk. You know I know how this works. It's something called a source code. Then they tried to play a game and say, well, it wasn't our logo. Yeah, but you got that source code on there. You know what the source code means? I'm giving y'all game, y'all. That shows, hey, when we all vote, wanted to know how many people are being redirected from the Black App. And the Black App is using this ad to get people to not only vote, but also come to the Black App. And if you go register on the Black App, I know you may not be single, may not be looking for a date, may not be looking for that. Let me put it down in my Twitter family so you can actually see. I just put it up for my Twitter family, Instagram. You're going to have to, I guess, get it another time because I don't want to change. Let me try to change the image and hopefully it won't go out. I don't want to change the image because I know that's a problem. And sometimes it creates a problem and I don't want to start this all over again. My producer needs this content. But if you're on Twitter, go down and look at the comments I just sent. That's the first thing you see when you go to the Black App. For those on Instagram, those on on YouTube that can't see, the first thing on the side of the app is a little bar that says black. It says when we all vote. Click here to learn more. When you click on it, the first thing you see is black and when we all vote. Can somebody tell me on Twitter, do that not look like a partnership? Do that look kind of partnership-y like? So don't try to duck the wreck and act like I'm misinformed. Oh, you're misinformed. No, I'm not. Because I know that regardless of who came up with the ad, regardless of how many organizations partnered with the ad, even if it was not the director of communications for when we all vote, the bottom line is, guys, and I need you to know this, organizations do not let information go out without their director of communications, their digital content person approving it. That I did. It was my training, y'all. I didn't have to approve nothing by nobody because it was mine. But because I understand that people can get blowback from even just supporting me, when I wrote the press release that said Killer Mike and Diddy and support people coming to my training, I sent that to Diddy's team and the Killer Mike's team to make sure that they were okay with how I worded the press release. So sis, stop playing with me like I'm one of these people on Twitter. You know damn well I know how this works. So it can only be one or two things. Either one, you approved it, or two, you did not approve it and you don't have any processes in place to make sure that when stuff goes out, you don't put your stamp on it. And that is an even bigger problem, because that means that you just want anybody to market how to vote and you don't give a damn and not doing any due diligence. Either way, it's foul. Either way. So I don't need, let me say again, to the cornballs and the cornbillas and those of you that are trying to take up for this foolishness, I don't need you explaining nothing to me about no communications project and how it works. I'm Tezlyn Figaro, founder of Tezlyn Figaro Communications Group. I know how this works. Let's stop playing a game. And then you send it to some other folks who are high profile, who have way larger platforms than me, and they went out their way to endorse it. They went out their way to endorse it. That's strategy too. And I'm going out my way to reject it. I'm saying it again. I'm going out my way to reject it. So when they come up with these policies and they say, let's get a rapper, let's do da-da-da-da. Before it goes out, somebody got to approve it. So we got that part, right? Before it goes out, somebody got to approve it. Or you didn't approve it, which means you don't give a damn how black voters are engaged. It got to be one of the two. It got to be one of the two. It can't be both, but it got to definitely be one of the two. Let me address why there's a problem with the ad. I've already, for those of you that are just joining, you're going to have to rewind this. It'll be available on my podcast, Straight Shot No Chaser, on the Black Effect Podcast Network. I've already addressed the meet them where they are mess, because this is not designed to meet people where they are. This is designed to approach us in a way to not be taken serious. It's designed to say that, hey, black men, see, y'all gonna have to make your mind up. Last week, y'all was all in the media about black men ain't voting, black men ain't doing enough. So then this ad comes out, which I know they were working on this well before last week, but now you got this ad coming out that says you can't get no ass if you don't go vote. This ad says you can't get any ass if you don't go vote, which means you want me to sexualize myself. Ooh, this is deep. To get somebody to go to the polls. Do you understand what this is saying about you black men and women? Do you understand that they don't think that you and I, black men and black women, can sit down and say, hey, you know what? Let's vote based upon economic policy. Let's vote based upon how we feel about the prison system. Let's vote based upon how we see healthcare. Let's vote based upon how our children are going to be educated. This is literally telling us that the only thing that a black man and a black woman can talk about in regards to moving our families forward is some ass. This is what this is saying. Are you saying that black men are that damn dumb and that misunderstood and don't give a damn about nothing but a piece of pussy? Excuse my French. You should be highly offended. Meet them where they are. Who do you know is here? I ran off of those that just joined in. I ran off all the gangbangers I talk to on a daily basis. I ran down all the hip hop people I talk to on a daily basis. This is not where they are, and I reject that. I do entire trainings on Inglewood family, breaking down the electoral process. The electoral college. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I have an entire presentation where I break down the electoral process using Inglewood family. And y'all ain't got to like it, and you don't have to understand it, and you can say, oh, you over there with them. You show him. I'm trying to wake them up, because I need some people that's all right with doxing themselves, because sitting behind an avatar on Twitter ain't it. That ain't going to get us where we need to go. If it's a civil war tomorrow, which looks like we're going to be running into one sooner or later, I need the homies involved, because I need to know somebody going to be down for the crown. Shout out to Spud, that was a part of the peace treaty in 1994 between the Bloods and the Crips. My best friend today. I need some folks that's going to be down, because many of y'all going to be hiding under the tables like those Democrat congressional folks was hiding under the damn tables when them white folks ran up on that Capitol. They were hiding their asses under the fucking table. So I'm trying to wake up the hood, because I know the hood going to be the only infantry that we got. Now that's that. So again, meet who where they are. Why do you not think that black men are intelligent enough to have a conversation about, hey, baby, I want you to vote because this is how we're going to move our children forward. This is how we're going to do this forward. Why do you think that the only way to get to, I've heard of the saying, to get through a man's heart is through his stomach. But this is what you're saying, the only way to get through him, to get to him about the issues that matter to him is through your ass? And again, I have no problem with being sexy and all that. Y'all see, I put the, hey baby, the cleavage be popping. The cleavage be popping. The two cheeks be popping. But the men that follow me don't follow me for that reason. And when I say follow, I mean follow my content, not as leader. The men that follow my content don't follow me for that. They follow me for the brilliance of this brain, this head game I got, this pillow talk that I got. So you mean to tell, so ladies, if the only way you can get a man to go to the polls is through your ass, well, you need to step your talk game up. You need to step your talk game up. For sapiosexuals in the building that love the intelligence of a woman, you need to step your talk game up, because this ain't it. I don't have to twerk in no damn mirror. I just stand in it and take a picture in it. That's enough for the brothers to see what it is. You remember when that Professor Crump lady, Crump, a couple of years ago said that we need to remove sex and hold back sex in order to vote. Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that they said we need to do that in order to vote? So this is not the first time. This was an actual tactic that was used before. I need y'all to connect the damn dots. And so they figure, since they can't talk to black men about policy, since they can't talk to black women about policy, well, they figure, well, we'll just talk about the penis and talk about the pee. They figured since they couldn't put pressure on these politicians, let's just talk about the pee, the penis and the pussy. Excuse my French, but I need you to get this message. Since you can't talk about policy, you want to talk about the PP. I guess they came up with the new PPP loan, because they do not know how to talk about policy. You can't talk about, and let me tell you something to you Democrats that want people to vote so much. Let me give you some game right quick. This actually hurts you. This actually hurts you. Because these types of ads, they don't work. Let me explain to you. They never work. For those of y'all in the comments yesterday that was saying, oh, this is going to meet them where they at, the numbers show that it doesn't work. So you just wasted time and you turned off voters that you could have been engaging. If you wanted to do a rap song, why don't you do it about the things that you've accomplished? Oh, that's right. I guess you're struggling on content with that. You can't come up with the lyrics about what you've accomplished. So now you got to go to buffoonery. It actually hurts you, because the result that you're looking for, oh, this will get people to the polls. I don't care how you get them, as long as you get them. No, this doesn't work, because this doesn't spark their interest. All the hood people I know and ratchet people I know, they like to be talked to like people too. They appreciate when somebody addresses them with respect, because their circumstance doesn't dictate the fact that you just assume that they're so low level, so low vibration, that the only way to talk to them is through foolishness. That's why they don't respect you. That's why they don't listen to you. That's why they don't follow you. That's why they don't rock with you, because you keep talking to them like they're remedial children instead of actually saying, hey, homie, let me talk to you about such and such. This is why I'm trying to get y'all on board. I think it's a place for you in this process. They respect that. They don't respect this shit. So even putting this out, you do not get the result. And also don't tell me, oh, it's for the young people. I just trained about 400 young people just on Monday. I know a lot of y'all don't like them. The boule, as y'all call them, Jack and Jill, from 13 to 18. Young teenagers who are kids that are serious about what they're trying to do. Next week, I'll be at Edward Waters College. I didn't request them. They requested me. So I reject the idea that young people only respond to this bullshit. And I reject that the hood and the ratchet only respond to this bullshit. They want to be talked to like people too. And the best way to reach them is to actually talk about their current situation and how we can change their current situation. And changing your current situation is not about talking about what I'm going to change in my panties. And that's just the truth of the matter. It is simply just a lazy out. It is simply just, you couldn't come up with a better campaign, so you threw this shit together. Don't forget, the Black app is also who did Vax That Ass Up with Juvenile. So they have a long track record of thinking that the only way for us to take something serious is to go through our panties. Truth be told, Black app, you need to figure out how to expand the search so people can search outside of their local area. Focus on dating and stay out politics. Because this ain't it. This ain't it. The app is trash anyway when it comes to searching. But I'll leave that there. That's not what this is about. I need y'all to focus on the technology of the trash app. How people can search based on height, based on ethnicity and all that, because it's the Black app, but it's white men that be over there as well. So why don't y'all focus, since y'all listening, because I know y'all listening, because y'all hit up plenty of people yesterday trying to get to me. So I know y'all listening. I need y'all to focus on that trash ass search you got over there, because you can't search based on height. You can't search based on area unless they only within your close proximity. You can't search based on nothing else except just pictures of people who are in the close proximity to you. Even the app is trash on how to search for a mate, because I guess that the Black app, they don't feel that nobody want to know nothing else about a man or a woman except how close you are to me to get some ass. Yeah, I'm looping this all around today. This gets looped all around today. I'm tying the big butt. I'm putting a big bow on it to give you every talking point you need as you having these conversations in these social media streets. Black app, I need you to figure out how to get a better search system, because right now it only searches based upon who's closest to you. They don't even think you give a damn if somebody is what you're looking for. You can't even filter the search. Because their mindset of us is, hey, as long as you 5 miles away, that's all that matters. It's a hookup app. Let me say it one time. It's a hookup app. So why is voting? Why, when we all vote, why did you even think a partnership with a hookup app was even a good partnership in the first place? I get it. I know y'all partner with many or the NAACP, Divine Nine, all of that. I get that. But somebody got to ask the question, when we all vote, why did y'all think that a hookup app was the best place to reach black voters? Can we talk about that for just a moment? Why did you think? Because it's a hookup app. It's not even like, at least black people meet. You can filter based on region, on, hey, if your education, how many kids you got, your interests. Do y'all know that the Black app is literally a hookup app? It'll say, oh, y'all got this in common. Y'all both don't like smoking cigarettes, but hey, this person is 5 miles away. It's literally a damn hookup app. So why was y'all even partnering with a hookup app in the first damn place? That's the question that need to be asked. So hey, when we all vote, because I know you're listening, I'm asking the damn question. I'm not going to play no games like the rest of them, pretend like I don't know that this was just a bad partnership in the first place. I don't see no white community, no other community hooking up with a hookup app to reach voters. That is how low level they take us. And I'm not here to defend anybody on that board. But When We All Vote was started by Michelle Obama. And I highly doubt that she would approve a message that said gerrymandering this coochie. I just can't believe that. I know everybody not a Michelle Obama fan, and I don't push for nobody, Democrat or Republican, but I just have a hard time believing that Michelle Obama would want her name attached to something talking about gerrymandering this coochie. So the bottom line is, communications team, and When We All Vote, y'all dropped the damn ball. You dropped the ball on this one. That's just it. Let's just take it like it is. You dropped the ball on this one. You told them people, hey, come up with whatever y'all want to come up with, and we ain't going to prove it. Just put it out there. We don't give a damn. Just do it. This was a bad partnership because they put your link at the end of it. I'm going to say it one more time for those that just joined. They put your source link at the end. So that means anybody that comes from the Black app, and clicks on that link, they are tracking how many people come from the Black app through that partnership. They paid for that partnership. Stop letting these people think, I'm telling you what the game is. Not what I heard, what I know. They paid, let me say it again. They paid for this partnership. They have the source link at the end. The person actually went back and forth with me about, oh, but it wasn't our logo. Girl, if you don't stop playing with me, the source link at the end has a / at the back so that they know how many people clicked on this through that ad. It was a paid advertisement, and communications firm, the ones that I put on blast yesterday that say y'all ain't got nothing to do with it, well, this is what y'all got to do with it. You let people just create whatever y'all wanted to create, and you just roll with it because you did not do your due diligence. So that means you either didn't give a damn how black people are marketed to, or you approved it. Because the simple fact that your name is on it, that implies approved. So stop playing with me with, oh, that ain't really what happened. What had happened was, I know better. So again, the time has come to stop vucking around with our votes. And when it went to the entertainers, I assure you, I know many of y'all mad at Trina and mad at Santana. I promise you guys, all entertainers are not as invested in politics as you think. They're not sitting up on Twitter following everything like you think. They're entertaining. That's why me and the homie that got into it at Revolt, when he got mad about what I said about entertainers, they're entertaining. They're not as invested in this. I know y'all want to blame them. It's okay if you want them to be partly responsible, but I'm just trying to give you the back end. They're not paying attention to this. Somebody comes to them and say, hey, this would be a good idea. And they say, are you sure? Oh, yeah, they'll love it. Oh, yeah. Our data shows them this and our data shows them that and da-da-da-da. And then they come out with the track and then that's it. And then the team, the white folks usually say, oh, yeah, this is a great idea, Jim. Did you see it? Oh, my God. She said gerrymandering this coochie. Oh, my God. They're going to love it. That's how it works. I've been in these rooms. That's how it works. Don't let these people tell you nothing different. And if a Republican was at the end of that ad, y'all would be going crazy. And I'm saying that as nonpartisan. I don't give a damn. Let me say Democrats and Republicans are both trash to me. But if a Republican was at the end of that ad, y'all would be going crazy. You would call it racist. You would call it misogynist. You would call it every anti in the book. Let's keep it real. And this is not me defending no trash Republican. Because let me say again, they're all trash as far as I'm concerned when it comes to black outreach. Both of them, all of them, don't feel we're worthy of a decent conversation. All it is finger wagging. Again, go back and listen to my podcast that I put several months ago about pimps, politicians, and pastors. I break the game down further on literally how speeches are wrote, literally on how they connect, or you can go watch it on the Ghetto Boys podcast with the hip hop icon Scarface and Willie D. I'm spilling the beans behind the scenes on how this really go down. So again, I am tired of you vucking around with black voters, not taking us serious in any way. For the other organizations that are also partnered with When We All Vote, y'all should be ringing the alarm too, saying, I don't want to be attached with this. Because I'm telling you guys, on Instagram, I'm looking at your comments. Shout out to US Bone. I hope you heard my shout out to you earlier. Shout out to whoever it was on, let me take this pause right quick. Whoever it was that said, oh, you gonna meet over there. That's where the 40s is at. Tara ain't from 40s. So let's just get that straight right now. I know she listening on her back channel. So I couldn't wait to say, no worries. S-Bone got me from 40s. I'm willing to meet you anytime, any place. Just please, just pick the location. Now let me not get distracted. I just had to give S-Bone some love on my Instagram. 40s got me too. So don't worry about it. I can meet you anywhere in Inglewood, or do you want to meet where the 40s is at? It don't make no difference to me. Anywhere, anytime, any place, pick the location. Now let me get back to the original content. I just had to say that because I saw the homie on Instagram. Remember, I am streaming simultaneously on YouTube as well as Instagram and Twitter, because I wanted to make sure that this message went wide and high. And when I say high, I mean high all the way up to the top, because I know they're listening. So again, the artist is presented this information. They take it. They're convinced. They depend on their team to know better. And a lot of people on their team just don't know. But the people that present this information to them, they are supposed to be the experts in politics, because you have a whole organization about When We All Vote. And you got desperate, and you figured the only way, or one of the ways, I don't want to say the only, because I know they're partnering with many, many organizations, but you figured that connecting with a hookup app was a good way to get votes out. And I'm telling you, that is a trash partnership, and you guys need to end it. It didn't work well with Vax that ass up with Juvenile, and it's not working well with this. It's actually backfiring. You're doing more harm than good. You're doing more harm than good. This is not a good partnership. And I don't care how many high profile people y'all sent that to, and they retweeted it out saying that this was a great partnership. It's not. It's trash. It's the highest level of trash of partnership. And again, shout out to Juvenile, Trina, whoever want to be in politics. Shout out to you. I hope you get in. I'm begging you to get in. When I ran my campaign in 2011, when I was running for office, I remember reaching out to Plies. And his manager, Coach, told me, well, you know, Plies he don't do politics. He don't really get in politics. And I get so excited every time I see Plies talk about something in politics, because I remember reaching out to him 10 years ago, and he wasn't involved at all, because I wanted to talk to him about his track 100 Years. And I wanted to talk about police reform and all of that, and he wasn't even interested. See, the thing about Donald Trump got in the mix and showed entertainers that, hey, y'all can get in this too, because he's an entertainer. And so it spiked up entertainers saying, okay, I can get into this, because Donald Trump made politics very entertaining, whether you like him or not. And so it opened up a door for entertainers. And what I'm trying to do is make sure that as we're getting our entertainers in, that we're embracing them and lacing them with the game, so that we can partner together. And it doesn't have to be me. I just want them to partner with us. Shout out to Killer Mike. Shout out to Bun B. Shout out to David Banner. Shout out to everybody, the entertainers that are partnering with. Shout out to Diddy that's trying to partner and say, hey, how can I lend my resources, my talent? How can I do this better? Shout out to DOC. Shout out to CJ Mack. Shout out to all the homies, all the entertainers. Shout out to Bandana the Rag. Shout out to all of them. Shout out to Sugar T, my big sister, Sugar T, E40 sister. We did a hip hop campaign in 2011. Ain't nobody tripping about no hip hop. I don't have no problem with hip hop. That's what I told that entertainer at the Revolt Awards. That's why I spoke up loud. I wasn't talking about reparations for those of y'all that didn't like it. I was talking about communications and the proper way for us to communicate any issue, whether it be reparations, voting, mass incarceration, healthcare, any issue. There's a way to work with entertainers because they are preyed upon for them not knowing how people are actually moving on the street, and they're preyed upon by people in high profile positions that do not look like us. And if they look like us, they are not connected. And they think this shit is cute. That is just the bottom line, how it is. I was pushing hip hop and politics when everybody thought it was a damn game and a joke. So I'm all about hip hop and politics. But you cannot use our hip hop artists to further your agenda of disrespect of black people. We cannot stand for that. And again, for those who are just joining, that's talking about, oh yeah, well, you got to meet people where they are. Come meet me then at 10-4. Come meet me on 10-8 day. And I'll show you how to meet them where you are. Literally meet them where they are. Literally meet them where they are. I see you. The black, is this black, the black app? Are you listening? I see you, black app. You're listening. Let's get the screenshot to make sure we know that they're listening. Yes, black app. This is a bad ad. This is a bad ad. This is bad. This doesn't work. I don't want to repeat everything, but since we actually have the black app tuned in now on Twitter, y'all see them down there at the bottom listening. This ain't it. I need y'all to focus on how to get that technology straight, though, on how to get, oh, it looked like they dipped. No worries. We got the screenshot, so we know they heard it. The screenshot ministry is always alive and well. So I'll be retweeting that shit out as soon as we get done. The screenshot ministry is alive and well. So now we know they heard it, right, y'all? Now we know. Can somebody on Instagram hashtag now we know? Oh, yeah, we know now. We know you heard it, Black App. Did you think I wasn't going to see it? Did you think I wasn't going to see it? I'm looking at my YouTube. I'm looking at Twitter. I'm looking at Instagram. Oh, yeah, you heard it. So now I'm damn sure going to make sure that you know you were heard. Because the screenshot ministry alive and well. I'm getting all type of texts of the screenshot. Plus, I got the screenshot. Shout out to the screenshot ministry for always being on the job. What you thought you was going to just dip in and dip out? The devil is a lie. No. This is a terrible campaign. Focus on dating, focus on curating hookups, and stay the vuck, using a V, out of politics. Let me say it one more time. Focus on hookups and stay the vuck out of politics, because this is not it. And we cannot say this is so blatant to black people. The app is literally named Black. How many more ways can you be more direct on target marketing? We don't even have to guess. This ain't even guessing. Oh, well, maybe they wasn't talking to black people. Maybe they was just talking to the hip hop community, and everybody in the hip hop community, everybody in the hip hop. No, this literally, the app is called Black. And another thing y'all need to do, Black App, since I know you're listening, I guess you came in and then went in on your back channel. I need y'all to get a filter that only allow black folks on there too. Because this sourcing through and white men popping up, I don't understand that shit either. So how about y'all focus on hookups within the black community and stay the vuck out of politics? Because your filter game is trash. I have to keep repeating that. Your filter game is trash. And your politics is trash. And you filtered this all the wrong way. And I'm not confused because, again, the filter game is trash. It's a hookup app, y'all. I know y'all may not be on it, but go set up a profile today. Don't set up a real profile. Just go and see. You'll see what I'm talking about. The app is literally just who's closest to me. And that is exactly when we all vote. Y'all thought that was the best partner to connect with? Y'all thought that was the best partner to connect with? No, you spent poor resources on this. You allowed them. And again, on the Black App, when we try to search and see who's in charge of the Black App, they have nothing on their website. So now when we all vote, got to take the hit for this foolishness. And I blame you when we all vote, because you either approved it or you were not involved enough to say, before y'all put out any ad, let me see it. So again, That's even worse than approving it to me, because maybe you approved it. Maybe Bob and them, hey Bob, this is great. Oh my God, they're going to love it. Gerrymandering this coochie. Oh my God, say it again. So maybe I'll rather you do that and say that you thought it was a good idea rather than you just let something go out and didn't even approve it. That's even worse. Which one is worse? Not giving a damn? If my child goes out the house and puts something on and I say, hey, let me see you before you go because I want to make sure you're appropriate. And then I see something and I'm like, hey, I thought that was appropriate. I'm cool. But at least I took the time to even check. Or is it worse if I'm a mama that just sit back and say, it don't matter what she got on, just go? Which one is worse? I think the latter is worse because it means you don't even give a damn. So stop trying to duck this wreck when we all vote. This is a bad partnership. And yes, I know the Black app was going to come up with this trash because, again, the entire app is based on a hookup. So they're all about quick fixes. Oh, let me put that together. Let me tie that in a bow. They're all about quick fixes. And that is what entire get out to vote campaigns are now. Quick fixes. Let's just say this and get them to the polls. Let's just tell them this to get it to the poll. But there are some people that are saying, I'm done with the quick fixes. I want long-term strategies and long-term results. And I'm going to stay on your ass long term, not just 30 days, not just 60 days, year round, 365, 24/7 till you do right by my people. That is why this ad is conflicting. Entertainers get in, they get out. They help and then they bounce. No problem with that. I have no problem with that. But people that do this year round, this actually makes my job harder. It makes it harder to work with entertainers when y'all do shit like this. That's why I had to check dude. I don't have no problem with entertainers. I want more entertainers to use their bullhorn to point them to people and organizations and grassroots people that's really trying to do the work. I love when Killer Mike stops by Sylvia Angels with Cynthia Nunn in Compton. I love it when he puts a light on her so that she can actually do the work in the community. I'm all about that. But there's a way to do it. And if this week proved exactly why I said at the Revolt Summit, because look at Kanye and look at this shit. It proves how entertainment can be entertainment, minstrel show shit, or it could be on the positive and Puff or Revolt using their platform to be able to insert some social justice conversations, some reparations conversations. There's a way to do it, and we cannot stand for this. You've been listening to Tezlyn Figaro Straight Shot No Chaser podcast live on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. This was not a conversation. Black app, we see you again. We see you're in here. Are you staying in or not? Are you going to stay in and listen or not? I encourage you to go back and listen to what I said in the beginning. I want this to be done right. I want black people to have some dignity and respect. I want to know that somebody give a damn. When we all vote, I want to know that you partner with people that know that they can't keep vuck-arounding with our vote. I need you to know, Black App, because I see you listening. We see you. You do know we see you, don't you? Why do they keep coming in and going out? Isn't that weird? Like, we do see you. We keep screenshotting that we see you. So why do you keep going in and come? See, this is another example. See, they used to, see, that's hookup. That's hookup type mindset. Go in, come out. Go in, come out. That's why the app is all about hookup. That's why they thought this ad was a good ad, because their mindset is go in, come out. Go in, come out. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Come by, get in, get some, leave in a wet spot. I have a podcast years ago, when I was podcast, wasn't even podcast, a radio show years ago, about leaving us in the wet spot. I'm tired of you leaving us in the wet spot. I'm tired of you lying and coming by after the club and saying, well, you know, You know I love you, girl. And then leaving me in the wet spot. That's what this ad does. It doesn't educate anybody on anything. It doesn't move us forward. It's low vibration. It doesn't give a reason, a person to go to the polls. Me telling you, you ain't gonna get no ass if you don't go to the polls is the most ridiculous shit in the world, because nobody does that in real life. So that ad did not benefit anything. So stop saying on Instagram, you gotta meet people where they are. Who the hell is there? None of y'all ever told somebody, if you don't go to the polls, you ain't gonna get no ass. You don't do that in real life. So why would you think that this is realistic in any way? Now you might say, hey, if you ain't about education and what's important to my children, you're not a good match for me. If you're not about reparations, you're not a good match for me. If you're not about criminal justice reform, you're not a good match for me. Yes, you connect with people based on issues, but don't nobody say no voting, no vote, no vucking. Because if you look at the ad, Santana is saying, oh, his height is right. We'll find out if his penis is all right. Paraphrasing. Literally, go watch the ad. His height is right. I'll find out later about the pee. But if I don't see he voting, y'all, there's a sticker on their ad. I was getting ready to close, but I saw Black app jumping back in here again. The Black app jumped in here again. There's a sticker on the dating app that says, I'm voting. So they're promoting people to click the sticker to say, hey, I'm voting. You can click a sticker to say if you're a black business owner. You can click a sticker to say if you are a fitness, a gym rat. There's a sticker that says you're voting. So the ad was set up to say, oh, if I don't see you voting, honey, you can't get this. Not about if I don't know that you and I are aligned on the same issues, you can.
Hair and makeup for the homecoming.